Oklahoma City might have a potential backup plan now that Chet Holmgren is down with an injury for an undisclosed amount of time, and that is Jonas Valančiūnas potentially being traded away from the Washington Wizards once he is available to be traded on December 15th. Now, I know I've been pushing this agenda since the summer when he was a free agent, when I was like, hey, Jonas Valančiūnas wouldn't be a bad backup option if we can't get anyone, even if we do get a guy like Isaiah Hartenstein or Nicholas Claxton. When we were talking about them at those moments and over the summer, I was like, Jonas Valančiūnas wouldn't be another bad option to bring on to the squad, as I think it would be a seamless and perfect fit for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, I know Presti doesn't want to make any big trades. He thinks, that there's a lot of other X factors that go into it, as well as maybe they're not the right fit for the team, personality, like maybe they're not going to get along with everyone. But you can't lie. What he brings to the table would actually be what Oklahoma City kind of needs. A veteran, rebounding, a decent three-point shooting. He's efficient, all right? Big body, big screener. So it's like one of those things where it's like, it makes sense on paper why we would trade for him, and it just makes too much sense as a thing. It makes way too much sense. So we're going to break down why I think it'd be a good idea to trade for Jonas Valančiūnas. But then again, I get it. I get why we wouldn't. We're about to get Isaiah Hartenstein back, Jay Will as well, Chet Holmgren. He's going to be back this season. It just doesn't hurt to get that depth, and we have the capital and means to go ahead and get him. Before we get into that, though, it'd mean the world if you guys can hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 2,000. It's been a goal of ours for a little bit now, and really, it just means a ton when you guys hit that subscribe button. So you've enjoyed the content, or you find yourself coming back on a regular basis, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to support the channel. With that out of the way, we'll go ahead and get into today's video, or really, whenever you see this, all right? Just a video I'm recording today. But talk about Jonas Valančiūnas a little bit. And we've talked, at least I have. I've talked about him extensively on this channel, as I truly do think he would be a great addition to the team. All right, when you look at the stats, we'll look at the stats later as well. It just makes sense on paper why we would trade for him and why any team would want him as well that's trying to contend and need some backup depth in the center position. It makes perfect sense. And we saw a report about it the other day showing that he is a trade target for contending teams in need of a center. And this tweet came out pretty much exactly after Chet Holmgren was injured, the day after. After signing a 3-year deal with the Wizards, all signs point to Valanciunas being shopped. Valanciunas is playing a career-low 21 minutes, but still averaging 12.6 points and 7.1 rebounds. So still great numbers from him so far. And really, we're talking about that contract, all right? 3 years. Doesn't say how much money it is, but it's 3 years, $30 million per, or not $30 million per year, but a $30 million deal, $10 million per year. Very team-friendly contract. It is very team-friendly. And we have some leftover cap space where all we would need to do is trade away one of our $6 or $7 million contracts. And there's two guys that would line up perfectly for that. And I know we don't really want to trade anyone away on our team, but realistically, I'm writing an article for this right now. You guys might see it when it's up. But realistically, there are only two players that a team like the Wizards would want in return. Ousmane Dieng, which I'm really loving how he's been performing so far. And he's definitely added value and, some trade value to himself. I would hate to see him go, but sometimes you do have to do it for the betterment of the team. I've just been really impressed by what Ous has been doing so far. Or Kenrich Williams, which is also one of the fan favorites on this squad, all right? He, nicknamed Kenny Hustle. He does everything for us, all right? He's a good three-point shooter, good perimeter defender, all right? He hustles, hustle stats, all on that. But the problem is he doesn't have size. He's our small ball center. He played decently, not too bad at all. He actually played pretty well in his first game back against the Clippers. But really, we need some size. All right, we need backup big men in case someone like Hartenstein or Chet go down once again, and we have no really true backups after that. Jay Will, he's a good backup, but comparing someone that's 6'9" to 7'1", Jonas Valančiūnas, I mean, we need that size. We truly do, and so it makes sense why we'd trade for him. And a package for him would look like someone like I mentioned, Kenrich Williams, trade for him who can help develop some of their young forwards, all right, because they do have quite a bit of those over in Washington right now. And then also trade them over a first round and second round draft pick. All right, we can trade them probably like Philly's first rounder this year, and then unprotected second round pick in this year's draft as well. I think we have a few, and so it just makes sense. We have the capital to do it. and he would be a good fit for the team. Now, however, I get why we wouldn't. All right? I get why we wouldn't. Some tweets I've seen from Joel Lorenzi regarding some of the quotes from Daigneault. There's no new plays today because of a smaller unit. We're going to get a 7-footer back at some point. The muscle that we're building right now, both systematically and mentally, will help us. Mark Daigneault kind of already stating that, look, we're not going to change our game plan. We're not going to trade for anyone because we're going to get one of our 7-footers back at some point. It's going to be fine. All right. And he's actually going to be back pretty soon. It seems like in the next 5-6 games, he could potentially be back. And so that's nice to see. It's nice to see he's finally going to be back out here sometime. We're talking about Hartenstein, of course. Then the next tweet that I have, talking about the schedule that we have coming back without Hartenstein, all right? Some winnable games for OKC. Clips, we won that one. No Zion Pels, no KD Suns, Spurs, Blazers. Before that road trip at the end of this month, around that time, Hartenstein is expected to return or be close. No Chet at least till January, but you get a bulky sample of the dimensions iHeart adds. So it's just one of those things where Hartenstein is expected to return at the end of the month, or if not, after the first week of December. We have a ton of winnable games there. All right, we can go 500 and still be in a really good spot in the Western Conference, waiting on Isaiah Hartenstein. Now, it's just one of those things where if we do lose majority of these games without Hartenstein because we just don't have that size, then maybe we do got to trade for someone so we can make up some ground there. All right, it's just one of those things where it's looking at it, it's like, it's kind of like we're playing a dangerous game right now is the thing. We're gambling on the fact that without a 7-footer, without any backup depth, that no one's going to get injured again, all right, that we're going to be completely healthy, we're going to be fine, and that we can win a few games without Chet Holmgren and, actually get back in that spot of Isaiah Hartenstein, all right, that we can sit around the 4 seed, middle of the pack, I don't want to say middle of the pack, but that 4 or 5 spot in the Western Conference, and once iHeart gets back, win a ton of games, and then make a push for the number 1 seed once again this year. But I do think Jonas Valančiūnas just brings something to the table, all right? And looking at his stats, which I just want to bring up with you guys real quick, all right? Just looking at the stats, all right? Keep in mind, he's only playing 21 minutes a game right now. He's averaging 12 points, 7 boards, round that up to 3 assists. Now, he's not averaging a block or steal a game, all right? But he is averaging less than 3 turnovers, less than 2 fouls. His field goal percentage is at 59. 3-point percentage is at 33. He doesn't take a lot of threes. But for his career, he's a 35% 3-point shooter. He can shoot the 3 ball. He's 6'11", so, lied about his height at 7'1". He's 6'11", 7 foot is, wow, some people listen to him as well. 32 years old, veteran presence, which is something that everyone's been complaining we don't have. We have Alex Caruso now, sure. Kendrick Williams, who hasn't really won much in his career, but Alex Caruso has. Jonas Valančiūnas has been on a ton of winning teams in his career. He truly has, and so it might be a good addition to the squad. It could be. 66% of his twos are assisted. He's a great pick-and-roll asset. Defensive box plus-minus is minus 0.3. But, it's fine. We're such a great defense, we can take that because he's such a great offensive player. And without Chet Holmgren, we're missing a great offensive center. He would be, and I don't want to use the word replacement, all right? But he's a great backup to him. He is a great backup to him. I'm trying to pitch this so you guys can see where I'm coming from, and I really hope you guys do. But, man, I think he would be a great fit for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And it really wouldn't take much to get him. I don't think it would. So that's really all I got, trying to sell you guys on why I think Oklahoma City could potentially trade for Jonas Valančiūnas and why I think, if they did, sure, Mark Daigneault has stated that he doesn't really want to trade for any, or not Mark Daigneault, Sam Presti, so he's not really wanting to trade for anyone, but if they did, I think this should be their top target. No doubt about it in my mind. Let me know what you guys personally think. Is there someone else that you think is a better target for the Thunder to go after, considering Chet is now out for at least till January, potentially not till after the All-Star break. That way we have some big man depth. Or you guys look, we're fine with the team that we have now, banking on the fact that we're going to be healthy. It's going to be okay. Let me know what you guys personally think in the comments section below. I'll see you guys in the next video.